My 14-year-old daughter started asking to spend every weekend at sleepovers, and at first, I didn't think much of it. Teenagers want independence, right? But after a few weeks, I noticed a pattern. Every Monday morning, she looked like she'd been through a war. Deep shadows under her eyes, her posture curled in like she was bracing for a hit. Her voice small and worn out. She stopped practicing violin, stopped baking with me on Sundays, stopped laughing at her brother's stupid jokes, even her favorite foods barely got a glance. Her teachers started emailing. One said she burst into tears during a group activity for no reason. Another said she was falling asleep in class. She'd lost weight a lot. Her jeans sagged at the hips and her nails were chewed down to the skin. When I asked her about her weekends, she just said, "It's fine," and changed the subject. My partner thought I was overreacting. "She's a teenager, Lisa, you're being dramatic." But then I found them, dozens of empty energy drink cans stuffed behind her dresser. My daughter, who hated even the smell of coffee, who once told me caffeine tasted like burnt anxiety, something was wrong. By Friday afternoons, she was a live wire, jumpy, pale, hands trembling as she packed her overnight bag. Always the same one, always with the same strange items: work gloves, a small flashlight, a change of shoes that weren't hers. The breaking point came when I overheard her on the phone one Thursday night. I know, I'll be there," she whispered, voice cracking. "But I can't keep doing this every weekend, please." Then silence. Then, after a pause, "Okay, I promise I won't tell anyone." The next morning at breakfast, I asked where she was staying that night. Her spoon froze midair. "At Marlene's." Her mom said it's fine. I knew she was lying. I'd spoken to Marlene's mom just days before. Marlene was out of town visiting her dad. So that Saturday night, I followed her. She didn't walk like a kid headed for a night of gossip and movies. She walked like she was walking towards something she dreaded. She zigzagged through the neighborhood, doubling back, checking over her shoulder every few minutes. At one point, she stopped under a streetlight and took slow, shaking breaths before pulling out her phone. The message she sent must have gotten an instant reply. I saw her shoulders drop in resignation. Finally, she reached her destination, not a house, but the side entrance of an old strip mall. She keyed in a code on a metal door, glanced around, and slipped inside. I parked and waited. An hour later, I saw them, other kids, maybe a dozen, shuffling out the back, all carrying boxes. My daughter was last, lugging a heavy crate toward a waiting van where an adult man stood smoking, checking a clipboard. No one laughed, no one spoke. They looked like workers ending a night shift. When she came home Sunday afternoon, I asked her gently what she'd been doing. Her face went blank in a way I'd never seen. "Don't ask me that. Just don't." Later that night, I checked her phone. Every weekend, she'd been volunteering for a family friend of a friend. Except there was no volunteering. It was unpaid labor, sometimes until 3 in the morning, moving stock, cleaning, even handling cash for a business that wasn't hers. She was too scared to quit. When I asked why she never told me, she stared at me like I didn't understand. The rules, they said if I stop showing up, they'll tell everyone something I did, something I didn't even do. But no one will believe me, Mom, no one. And I realized, every weekend, my daughter hadn't been at a sleepover. She'd been trapped in someone else's control, just like I'd been too scared to believe.